in a special guest, and that is the commissioner of Georgia Professional Wrestling, Mr. Alvin Goldstein. Alvin, how you doing today?
Thanks, Dino. Appreciate
I know
it.
you have a very special day for you today.
Yeah, this was my birthday.
Yeah, baby.
And, I really enjoyed it. Had a good day.
Had a good day. How old you turn? 22 today?
I was 31, I think.
31.
Can't really remember. I believe it was 31.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Well, I appreciate you bringing me on.
Oh, I'm glad you stopped by, Alvin. I've been looking forward to seeing you all day, and I hadn't got a chance to get with you.
Thank you.
But, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you all know that it is the commissioner, Alvin Goldstein's birthday today. And if you have anything to say, please call in. And if you have anything you'd like to write to him or send a card to him,
just presents.
Or presents, if you want. Yeah, well, that's Alvin. Send it care of WCOM 122 West Taylor Street in Griffin, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, I now take you back to the exciting matches of Georgia Professional Wrestling.
And speaking of that, I'd like to bring out our commissioner, Al Goldstein, because Al has had his share of problems with the grapplers, and now with Big Bad News O and Ollie Bay, the Terrible Turk. And Al, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Ben.
How you doing,
Dino,
Al?
hi.
Glad
Good
to
to
see
see
you.
you. Good to see you.
And Al, I know that the situation's here at hand. It seems that every week somebody's coming up with something, someone's backstabbing somebody, trying to cause some trouble for the wrestlers and for you.
Yeah, Ben, we've had a lot of problems with them, and primarily the grapplers. And I think since Midnight has taken over the grapplers, it's even gotten worse. She, as being the commissioner, I cannot play favorites. I cannot say anything really derogatory about other wrestlers. I can say that we get more calls in the commissioner's office from the fans for Dino, for Nick, for Tim, for the guys who go out and fight a good, clean match than we do for the grapplers. We had a little public service announcement tonight with Nick and Tim Ashley with some kids out. Midnight came driving up in a limousine with the grapplers, disturbed everything. It was horrible, it was embarrassing. She had some big, tall guy with her. I don't know if she's trying to put him in the ring. I don't know. He was as rude as the three of them. They left. I did chase them down in my car, and I got in the car with them. I had Midnight sign an open contract, Dino. As a personal favor to me, you're a good friend of mine, and to the fans, I would love for you to fight the grappler Friday night, if you would. Now, when she signed this open contract, I told her to be with anyone. And so if you would sign this, I know it pleased me, I know it pleased the fans. I'm looking now for a match for the grappler number 2. I've got a few people coming in from out of town, and hopefully I'll have someone before the end of the night to tell you. But if you would sign this, it would probably even please old Ben. What do you think,
Oh,
Ben?
I'd love to see it. You know, every time you see the grapplers, it's 2-on-1. Get them in a one-on-one basis, face-to-face.
And now it's 3-on-1, as you've seen.
Yeah,
in
and
most
I hate to
matches.
say it, but like old Nick says, you finally smiled tonight. You know, I'm glad to say it. I think when you saw Dino sign this contract, it made you happy.
Well, as you said, you know, how you got the grapplers to sign open contracts in individual matches, I have to congratulate you, Al. Fine work, fine commissioner, and I know Dynamite Dino Manelli
Thanks, Dino.
perhaps
Thank
is
you
the
very
man to
much,
get the
sir.
job done.
Good luck, and I appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you Friday the 13th, and I don't know what that surprise is going to be, but I'm for sure it's going to be there. I don't know if I'll be on the first 2 rows, but I'm looking forward to see what you're going to do.
Well, Dino, a lot of surprises in tomorrow night at the National Guard Armory. That's 8 p.m. starting time, a super night of wrestling, and now it's official. He signed the contract. You'll wrestle
And
one of the
Midnight
grapplers
signed it right here.
one-on-one.
Well, let me tell you something, Ben. I tell you, this makes me happier than I've been in a long time. I cannot believe it. You know, I finally get my chance. My good friends, Nick and Tim, you know, they've been put through the wash. I mean, by Midnight and everything else with the grapplers 2-on-1, 3-on-2, and every other conceivable way that they can do. But let me tell you something, grappler. It's me and you, brother. There ain't no 2-on-1, 3-on-1, because you are all by yourself, brother. Me and you. Dino Manelli versus the grappler. And baby, you better hold on to your tights, because something's fixing to go down tomorrow night.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Nick the Crusher Busick here along with my partner, Terrible Tim Ashley. You know, when we're not wrestling, we're full-time police officers in the metro Atlanta area. As you can see, we have some of our friends here, and our purpose is to tell you folks about drug abuse. One thing for sure, Tim and I don't stand for it. Our fellow friends here don't stand for it. They're not only our wrestling fans, but we don't want to see any drug abuse by young people. You don't need it. It's nothing but garbage. Tim, why don't you highlight on this a little bit?
Okay, kids, you can't realize how important it is for you to know what to do and what to say to these people when they come up and approach you about things like drugs. You never know what intentions somebody might have. So what you need to do is make sure that you know the rules, talk to your parents, be sure that every time a stranger approaches you, regardless of if it's concerning drugs or if it's... What's this? Wait, what is this?
What, bro?
Y'all, you guys think...
What's this?
You guys...
Nick, all of us, I think it is, we're not going to have any trouble down here tonight. I don't know if it's midnight. We're not having any problems out here tonight.
What is this?
I'm telling you this right now. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know they were going to be here. We had y'all came down to do some work with the kids on drugs.
Well,
Now, I don't want any problem. I don't know. I'm not through yet, honey. We're not going to have any problems out here. I'm telling you that right now, both of you.
We'll settle our differences Friday night in the ring.
What do you want to say?
Wait a minute.
Business coming in.
What do you want to say?
About, well,
Okay, this is
wait. You're talking about settling it with us?
We have a no
In the ring?
disqualification, no time limit match Friday.
No. See, you're not going to get a chance, the grapplers, again. Do you understand me? You look at me?
Yeah.
Commissioner, are they
You understand me?
entitled to do that?
No, wait a minute. Our attorneys have told you guys.
He needs to contact me.
Okay, well, the fact is that you're not going to have a chance at my men anymore. Unless, but wait a minute. See, I feel sorry for you guys. I really do. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is, if you are men enough to wrestle this new tag team that I got.
Is that one of your men over there? How much you pay him?
Oh, no. He's not my wrestling tag team. He's not part of that.
What
Okay.
kind of new wrestling team are you bringing in here?
Oh, it's not. They're not new. They're not new. In fact, it's Big O. It's Big O. Big O and the Magnificent Turk.
Big O.
You think you're man enough to wrestle Big O and the Magnificent Turk? Huh?
Man enough.
You think you're man enough?
When we climb
Let me
in
tell
the
you.
ring-
Wait a minute.
Just listen
You
to
take-
the stipulations. Just listen to them. Give her a chance to talk.
Let's
Y'all
hear
don't
it.
want no trouble.
got to
There's
say?
gonna be no trouble.
Okay, let's hear what you got to say.
You take on the Magnificent Turk and Big O, and you beat them, okay? You can have a chance at a championship match with my men, the grapplers. You lose.
Chance. Do we have a match with them if we beat them or don't we?
Yeah, just bottom
Nick,
line.
I'll guarantee you a match with them. How's that? And that's without any. I don't.
Well, that's neither here nor there because I'm paying them a lot of money to win.
We're going to have this on paper. If you're going to give us a match with these guys, if we take down Big O and the Turk, then we want it on paper. If you want us to agree
Let
to
me
something
tell
like
you
that,
something. All you got to do is get your big commissioner here to sign the contract. If you can beat these boys, if you can come out, baby, then we'll give you a shot.
Okay.
There's no problem.
Okay, we don't have a problem with that.
I will get that contract signed. Will y'all sign it or you, the
That's
spokesperson?
what we're
for
doing
'em?
here. That's what we're doing here. Our managers brought us here. Now it's time for us to go party.
Well, I doubt if y'all would do it, but I think you owe all these people an apology for breaking up a program that
We don't owe nobody nothing. Tell them, partner. We don't owe nobody nothing.
That's right. We're the grapplers. We don't owe you nothing. We don't owe them nothing, especially not another chance at the tag team championships. Listen, we've gave y'all a chance. Y'all have failed. Y'all cannot beat the grapplers. Y'all might as well just face it and hang it up and get out of the wrestling profession altogether.
Let me get this
All
straight.
right.
Let me get this straight. You want us to wrestle O and Turk, and if we beat them, you guys are going to give us a shot at the titles.
You got
Got
it.
it. You got it.
That's right.
I mean, I know y'all's head's thick, but it's very easy to understand.
Okay, you guys are going to go ahead and sign this too in front of us and in front of everybody,
Is that
right?
clear?
No problem.
Juanita, is it still
Okay,
rolling?
is it rolling? That's good.
All right.
We want to get this
All right,
on.
here's
so
what
You
everybody
sign
can
it for us,
see
Doll.
No.
You sign it.
She will sign.
Hey, she
and
represents
well, all three of y'all will
represents
sign.
us.
Okay.
She
and
signs for
that's
us.
Okay, when she puts her signature on there, that's good enough. That's exactly, that's all we need, just her signature. Since she's running your show.
That's fine. We've got a contract signed there. Jimmy, will you take that back in, please?
I want to see you beat the boys. The money that she is paying them, they're going to put y'all out of professional wrestling forever. As far as
That's right.
we're concerned,
That's right.
we're through with y'all. Y'all will never have to face us again in the ring because y'all not man enough to beat us.
They're going to have more trouble than a one-legged man at a field goal contest.
Okay, that's okay. Now, Missy's already come up. She's already run her mouth and everything. We just want you boys to know one thing. This time, your little woman here has let her alligator mouth bite off more than her hummingbird body can take care of, okay?
Let me tell you something, baby. Who's got the championship? Y'all don't. We do. You've never been able to take it. You never will be able to take it. And hey, bye-bye. Friday night, the 13th, y'all can kiss y'all's alligator. Goodbye, baby.
If you people think you got a surprise, you wait for a couple weeks to come. We're cooking up some surprises, too. Big O's no surprise, because we'll whip him like a stepchild.
The main thing
starting
is,
to get
though,
hot.
if we do take care of your tag team, then we do have a match with these boys. Am I right? Is that what you signed?
The
Okay,
contract
that's
signed,
all we need.
The contract signed. Are you going to apologize to these kids for breaking up a show that the two policemen came in from out of town to do, and y'all come driving up in some big limousine with some whatever he is driving it, and so you're going to apologize or not?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to apologize to these rednecks, but we are going to go party. See you later.
Nick, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
these
okay.
people got
That's okay.
no business coming up here, Commissioner.
I know it. It's
No business. They come up here with the limousine. She's flashing her cash around. This is garbage.
it's
You're going to have to get with the other commissioners and get this stuff straightened out.
I will have this worked out. We have a contract signed though, so the fight will be on.
Okay, yeah. All right. As long as we got the match and we know we got the match, that's all we need. We just... I can't believe this. I can't believe
I can't
this.
either.
No, no.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Griffin, yes. Oh, let me tell you, when they put that birthday thing on for the commissioner, the man's got to be 65 years old. Come on, Mr. Commissioner, you don't lie. Come on.
Can you imagine how much uglier the man can get?
I know. And those wrinkles around his eyes looks like he's been laughing since he was born.
Yeah, they had to make him a commissioner because he's too old to do anything else.
And I hope you're watching out there, because...
I hope he is watching that commissioner. I hope you're watching this. I tell you what, we ain't lost no love for you.
Go ahead, you're on the air.
Hey,
Yeah. Yes.
this is the commissioner. I don't like y'all talking on the TV about what y'all gonna do. I'm gonna have the match taped tomorrow night. If there's any outside interference, I will be there to take care of y'all.
Well, honey, you just be there, let me tell you.
Let me tell you something, Commissioner. Old as you are, I thought you'd be in the bed asleep by now.
Shouldn't you have some warm milk or something?
Yeah, they told me you tried to blow out the candles on your birthday and they had to bring oxygen to you, boy.
Well, I just want you to know that I'm not interested in all that, but I will be there with my cameras rolling tomorrow night. There will be no outside interference.
You go ahead
And
and
there's no way the Midnight Star can buy me off. There's no way she can take that big money and pay me off.
Oh, yes, you can.
Waste it on you.
That's right. Yeah, you got so many candles on your birthday, boy, that you had to call the fire department to put it out.
I'm going to go to sleep. Good luck tomorrow
You
night.
need to sleep, partner.
We don't need good luck.
Get back in that ring, or I'll take those belts. That's exactly what he's saying.
I started to count on him.
Dig out of it. He is out of it.
So what do you think about that? Is there any way...
I didn't see nothing down there. What'd you see?
How can you tell me you can injure a man, you could have injured him permanently, and without putting a foreign object under that mask?
Let me tell you something. Me and my partner's probably got the hardest heads in the world.
I agree with that.
And I can't help it if we wrestling two muscle heads.
What?
They got their heads so soft, it's like a watermelon, boy.
Well, I have brought this contract down for you to sign for a rematch with the new Centurions.
I done told the Centurions, my partner's done told the Centurions, there's no way we're gonna wrestle them again. No way in hell. And I'll show you what you can do with your contract. What do you think about that, huh?
Well, I don't think I'd have done that if I was you, but I happen to have another contract in my pocket for the Strike Force.
What's the Strike
The
Force?
Strike Force is an up-and-coming tag team from, I will not tell you where they're from, and don't tear that one up. And if you'll sign this contract to fight the Strike Force in Griffin, Georgia on January the 30th to defend your title, put your name on it now, or just tell me I'm scared, Mr. Commissioner.
What do you mean scared? Ain't nobody scared of nobody.
Well,
You can bring the Strike Force, you can bring anybody you want to, except them two muscle-held bums.
Well, are you going to sign or not?
Give me that. There.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, what are you doing out here?
Hi, Nick, how you doing?
What are you doing out here?
If I wanted to talk to you, I'd talk to you.
What do you
don't
mean?
stand up, I'll slap you
Wait a
right
minute,
now.
Nick.
Yeah?
What you?
Don't start it.
Let me tell you
Did
something.
this bumblehead sign that contract against us or not?
I done
No, I
told
haven't. He
you,
would
y'all
not
through, boys.
He would not sign a contract to fight y'all. He has signed a contract.
Why wouldn't he sign it?
I have no idea.
Because I told you,
Right,
you
'cause
were
he's
through, you
I
bum.
can't say that, but he did sign a contract to fight the Strike Force in Griffin, Georgia on
The
January...
Strike Force.
The Strike.
That's a fact.
You know, if they took his brain and put it in a drop of water, it'd look like a
What you-
tadpole in Lake Erie.
You better watch your
The
mouth.
Strike
The
Force?
Strike Force. And if he does
Hey, what are you doing with that?
Strike Force.
What are you doing with that man?
Hello, Strike Force.
What's they talking about? I'll tell you what, there's no way we're going to wrestle them two idiots. Never again.
If you do not show up to fight the Strike Force on January the 30th, you will be suspended for 1987. I will personally take the championship away from you,
Wait a minute.
sir.
Wait a
Thank
minute,
you.
thank you. What are you talking about? I'll tell you what, we're going to contact our lawyers. We're going to find out about this contract. And if I tell, I'm going to hurt somebody.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again as a representative of the Georgia Wrestling Commission. Last week, we saw on the monitor in Griffin on Channel 15 where the Grapplers, the international known tag team champion, put a foreign object in the mask.
Who are you to say we put a foreign object on our mask? I told you before, we don't need nothing but our fists and our muscles to beat them boys, and we beat them fair and square. If they not man enough to take the beating they got, they ought not be in professional wrestling.
Well, sir, you saw it and I saw it.
I didn't see nothing. You said you had a monitor with a tape. I'm getting sick and I'm getting tired of people saying we got monitors, we got tape, the grapplers are doing this, the grapplers are doing that. Just like my partner said, if they can't take the heat, tell them to get out the kitchen.
Well, they can take the heat. The young boys coming in from out of town, I will not say where they're coming from, I'm not allowed to. It's a new up-and-coming tag.
You know who they are. My partner knows who they are. And them bunch of rednecks in Griffin know who they are.
Well, if you're going to be there, you're going to have to be there. If not, you will be stripped of your title, suspended for 1987, and I will personally do it myself because I saw it, the fans saw it, and you saw it.
I didn't see nothing.
Don't you sit up here and intimidate us about what you're going to do to us. You just have them Strike Force ready. We're going to bust our heads, we're going to bust them bad, and you better watch out. You just might get your head busted too, boy.
We've contacted our lawyers. Our lawyers say we've got to wrestle this match. They say we've got to be there or we could lose our belts. We could be suspended for 1987. But let me tell you something. You made a bad mistake. You give me and my partner time to think about this. Time to plan for this. Now we got a surprise. We got a surprise for them. We got a surprise for you. And let me tell you something. Friday night, January 30th, somebody's career is going to be ended. And it's going to be on your back, brother. Your back. You don't want to come up with this contract junk. I done told you, we don't want them no more. We're through with them. But now you forced us. You pushed our back against the wall. And we've had it to here.
Well, you will be there, and don't you be threatening me with hitting me. You cannot put your hands on me right now. So right now, you will be there next
We'll be
Friday.
there, boy, and we'll be ready. You have the Strike Force ready. We're going to bust heads like I said, and you be there too. We got a surprise for you too.
Well, I'll be there and hope everybody will Friday the 30th to see the Grapplers and the Strike Force. Red,
What are you doing
I'm
back
from
out
the
here?
Commissioner's office. We're
Yes,
glad to have you.
Thank you.
I'm here to enforce the rules. Georgia Professional Wrestling is going to be enforced. Y'all have threatened me. You've threatened Mr. Nickerson. You've threatened Ben. I'm tired of it. You're going to have to get out there. You signed the contract because I gave you the contract.
I agree that I signed the contract. And you was in on the suckering, chump.
And you're gonna be there, and you're not gonna be threatening hitting the manager.
Yeah, we're gonna be there, but let me tell you, anybody that interferes with my match is going down, and they're going down hard, whether it be you, whether it be Nickerson.
I'll be in there.
Don't you put your hands on me.
I'll be there officiating. And
You don't put your hands on me. You don't understand that?
Man, there's no excuse in this whatsoever. Mr. Goldstein. Mr. Goldstein.
Come here right now.
You get some security. We need security. We got to get the straight.
We're going to show y'all Friday night in Griffin what we're going to do to them strike force.
Well, I will tell you what I'm going to do right now. The grapplers, y'all, have been fined $1,000 payable tonight. If you don't show up tomorrow night, you'll be fined more. If you ever do anything like this again to me, Mr. Nickerson, the police, I will suspend you for 1987, and you don't forget it.
Very strong
Mr. Nickerson,
comments
I'm
there
sorry.
from
I
Commissioner
apologize
Al
to you.
Goldstein.
Ben, I'm sorry. These
No
things
excuse in
happen.
this whatsoever. They're champions. They're supposed to act like champions that come out here.
Something's got to be done about
Something's
that.
got to be done.
Attack the
Couple there, buddy.
Something's got to be done.
Something's
They've
gotta
been
be done.
fined. I've warned them 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, but they need a darn good beating.
They do.
A darn good beating.
They
Just
do.
like two, 3 of them beating on a referee.
Jumping on the referee is not right, and that's going to be taken care of. I hate to suspend them, but I will.
I'll tell you, what goes around comes around. I think tomorrow night with the strike force, perhaps they'll get a little bit dished out to them what they've been dishing out to others.
Sorry about that.
It makes you sick, see something like that occurring.
Dynamite Dino Manelli has joined us on the set, and Dino, what we just saw, pretty much time, 8:30 p.m., a super night, over 30 wrestlers in all, special TV taping. You'll see El Mongol returning to the ring to take on the legend Rocket Monroe. Also the tag team, we've just seen more to come from them, the Grapplers, against a tag team called the Strike Force. I understand that my good friend Red Nickerson will be in Griffin tomorrow night with the Strike Force. Also we'll have Prince Steve Lawler, Cowboy Dennis Gale, the original Dirty White Boy, Dynamite Dino Manelli. The list goes on and on. Rick and Roth, the Magnificent Monroes, making their first appearance here in Griffin. A big card, big night of wrestling at $1 off of each ticket goes to the Special Olympics. And right now with me is Al Goldstein, our commissioner, and Prince of Wrestling, Steve Lawler. Steve, you just saw the match with the Grapplers against the Centurions. More action to come from those two teams.
I tell you, Ben, that night, me and John Michaels, we ran into the ring to sort of gain control. And when we got in the ring, Nick Busick nailed John, you know, and that kind of puzzled us, you know. And so I was over there, and I'm trying to back Nick up against the ropes. And I tell Nick, I said, Nick, this is John, you know, this is John. What are you doing? Well, and when I've got him tied up, Tim Ashley, he just snaps, you know, and he comes over and jumps on me. And we're just out here trying to sort of get everybody subsided and get, you know, everybody's senses gathered back. Well, Nick Busick, I guess you can finally say that you achieved what you started out to do. You're just like a damn Yankee. And when I say damn Yankee, I mean, brother, not one that comes to visit. That's one that comes and stays. And we got plenty of them down here. This is the South, brother. I mean, you know, this is where I was born and bred in the good old USA, son. And if you don't like the South, Delta has planes that leaves on the hour, every hour, brother. I suggest you be on the next one. Okay. Now, you know, we've talked a little bit about that. And there's another thing I like about it. Everybody's worried about the, you know, the Centurions and the Grapplers and the Strike Force. Okay, you know, that's fine. But don't forget about the Prince and my partner. See, I mean, that's how belts are won. That's how matches are won. Anybody can be beaten on any given day, any given night, when you don't expect it.
Do you have a special, particular partner in mind?
No one special, but when I bring him in, brother, it's gonna astound the wrestling world.
A lot of people have collaborated and talked about the fact that since Cowboy Dennis Gale did turn his back on you, perhaps you would be a little weary of tag team matches, Steve.
Well, I tell you, a man like Dennis Gale, you can't call him a man. You got a level here. Well, he's under that level. You understand what I'm saying? And I hope all the little kids kind of don't look up to a man like him, because he's the kind, later on down in life, he will pay for what he did, more than once.
Well, Al, I'd like to make mention to you the big match that's coming up. It's called a nostalgia match. El Mongol against Rocket Monroe. Can you imagine in your wildest dreams these two legends in the same building, let alone in the same ring?
Ben, it should be great. Since the commissioner's office has opened, we've gotten calls from New York, California, had one from Nevada, where wrestlers are wanting to come in and join Georgia professional wrestling. But the nostalgia match tomorrow night should be one of the best, and the fans should enjoy it. But we're proud to have guys like Prince down here. I don't know who Prince is going to bring in. He and I have talked about it, but I'm really not at liberty to say at this time either. Right. But I think it will surprise everyone.
Well, I understand Cowboy Dennis Gill has been giving you trouble, saying he's not going to wrestle. All these guys are saying, I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. But when it all comes down to it, they're going to have to sign those contracts.
Well, we've had trouble with almost all of them. I've had trouble with the grapplers, as you know. I've had troubles with Nick Busick. I've had problems with Ashley. I've had problems with all of them.
And the Monroes are wanting tag team title matches, and they have to wait their turn just like everybody else. They have to wait their turn. But we're excited about it, and what can I say? The commissioner's working hard as they can, and I'm just proud to be here with you and with the Prince, and hopefully we're going to restore back into
not to interrupt you, sir, but I would like to shake your hand. You're doing a fine job.
Thank you.
I really appreciated it. But I noticed a minute ago that you put a fine.
Well, I had to. I put a $1,000 fine on the grapplers. I've already threatened them with suspension for 1987. They have threatened me, the commissioner. They've threatened Mr. Neckerson. I've had problems with them. Their fine will be paid tonight. If it is not paid tonight, I don't know what I'll do. I'm just have to just think about it and talk with the rest of the board. But I'm going to keep law and order in professional wrestling in Griffin, Georgia.
Well, I don't want to say one thing, but I know it may not be my place, but people around here need a hero. And stuff like this that happens out here, you get banged around, you banging a guy around that he's an official, friend. He's not no wrestler. I mean, he's not very big, but he does his job. He's got a job in that ring that you wouldn't believe.
Tough job to do.
That's right. And him out here slamming around, but you notice it took two of them.
Oh, it took
it
two
always
of them.
takes two of the grapplers.
It took two
It
of them.
always takes two.
I'm not sure who this new girl is that's following them around. I don't know who this is. And,
well, you know, we tried to question them about
Jimmy
this
right
person.
now. Jimmy, how you doing, buddy?
Jimmy Hampton coming up.
I am a little bit sore right now, but you know, I'm glad you put a fine on them to show them that where the commissioner is needed.
Well, I will take care of it. I mean, if I have to suspend them, I will suspend them.
It comes down to that. I think we should suspend them for the whole 87.
Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to see about the fine, and this is the hotbed of wrestling right now. Right now. I just hope you're okay, and I apologize. I apologize to Ben and Miss.
Oh, wait just a minute. The grapplers are coming back onto the set here with their mystery person.
The grapplers are here. I am here.
Okay, Al, thank you very much for coming out. Gentlemen, please.
Wait a minute, Commissioner. We'd like for you to come back. If anybody can get the commissioner back there, we'd like for him to come back out here. We've got something to say.
You've had your time to talk.
Well,
We've shown your matches on TV.
Now. We're going to take some more time right now. The Centurions. Everybody keeps talking about the Centurions. Hey, they do this and they do that. Why don't you find them, Mr. Commissioner? Why do you want to pick on us?
Well, the first thing I know, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Money is no object to me. Mr. Commissioner, you will have your check for your $1,000 at the end of the night before I leave the station. But let me tell you something. My men will have the championship. I don't care how much I have to pay.
Well, honey, you're going to have to pay the $1,000.
Well, you will have your check tonight before I leave.
I know I will. I've already said that. I don't like to have to raise my voice to a young lady. But these...
You better not either. That's a fact.
Well,
if you raise your voice to anybody, it better not be to this lady right here. Or you'll be putting more fines.
Well, sir, I'm telling you right now, sir, I'm tired of you and you putting your finger in my face.
Why y'all picking on us? We ain't done nothing. We come down here to wrestle. We just happen to have the belt, and y'all all get jealous and y'all can't stand it because the grapplers have got
Well,
the belt or the championship.
You be quiet, I'll talk. Well, I tell you what, like I said, the Centurions do anything and everything they want to, and you see them. Why would you find them, chump?
Because I am the commissioner. I saw you put the foreign object under your head 2 weeks ago. I saw you pick up the referee
You ain't
Jimmy
seen
tonight.
that. The referee thought you seen
That's
that.
okay. You will have your check.
Honey,
for your
I want you to
$1,000.
quit talking to me unless I talk to you.
Hey, she'll talk to anybody, anytime she pleases.
And anywhere.
And when she pleases us, mister, she better please you, slick.
Talk to
Let's
me
get
with
out of here.
$1,000, honey.
I have never in all my days seen anybody so obnoxious as this tag team called the Grapplers. I'll tell you what, we're going to go back into another match that took place between the Grapplers and the Centurions. You know they battled more than one occasion.
Oh, yeah.
This feud has been building. Let's go now to Decatur, Georgia. The Grapplers against the Centurions. We do join this match in progress.
Somebody that has been sent by the home office here in Griffin, Mr. Alvin Goldstein. Alvin?
Hi, Dino. How you doing?
Thank you for being here. I'll let you have the microphone.
Thank you, Dino. Dino, after the commission and I reviewed the films from last Friday's match in Griffin between the Grapplers and Nick the Crusher Busick and Terrible Tim Ashley, we determined that the Grapplers put a foreign object under the mask.
Wait a minute. What do you mean they put something under their mask?
Mr. Grappler, we have been reviewing the films, and we've noticed...
What films are you talking about? What are you talking about, films?
We tape every championship match. We taped that match in Griffin last Friday
Who gave you a right to tape the Grapplers?
We don't have to have a right. We are the commission. And if you'll be quiet for 1 minute, you can watch the monitor with me right now.
What are you talking
We're going to
about?
watch last week's fight right now, and you see if you put a foreign object under your mask.
Let's just see the film.
Well, you look right here.
Tim Ashley. Tim Ashley is hurt, baby.
Somebody needs to come out and stop the match.
Look at him. He is just absolutely out of it. He is out of it.
So what do you think about that? Is there any way...
I didn't see nothing down there. What did you see?
How can you tell me you can injure a man, you could have injured him permanently, and without putting a foreign object under that mask?
Let me tell you something. Me and my partner's probably got the hardest heads in the world.
I agree with that.
And I can't help it if we were wrestling two muscle heads. They got their heads so soft, it's like a watermelon, boy.
Well, I have brought this contract down for you to sign for a rematch with the new Centurions.
I done told the Centurions, my partner's done told the Centurions, there's no way we're going to wrestle them again. No way in hell. And I'll show you what you can do with your contract. What do you think about that, huh?
Well, I don't think I'd have done that if I was you, but I happen to have another contract in my pocket for the Strike Force.
What's the Strike Force?
The Strike Force is an up-and-coming tag team from, I will not tell you where they're from, and don't tear that one up. And if you'll sign this contract to fight the Strike Force in Griffin, Georgia on January the 30th to defend your title, put your name on it now, or just tell me I'm scared, Mr. Commissioner.
What do you mean scared? Ain't nobody scared of nobody.
Well,
you can bring the Strike Force, you can bring...